You know, as much as I hate to admit it, a lot of my best reviews are probably of the episodes that I had my biggest problems with. It just seems to bring out the passionate critic in me. Except when it comes to episodes like this, where the problem is just that it's really, really boring. So, okay, instead of my usual routine trying to get more entertainment out of this thing than it's really worth this time around, we're gonna do this the old-fashioned way with a nice straight-up analytical review. So from a critic first and a fan second, here's the second opinion. So this is the story of Applejack spending all her time working and missing spa time with Rarity, eventually learning how to organize her time better. It's a slice of life like a lot of episodes from this show, but this is only about the third time where it honestly felt like I was watching just some kid's show that only wanted to be for 8-year-olds. It is condescendingly obvious and pedestrian, going through really long, mundane segments to make the characters do and say really ordinary things. Like the scene where the steam room at the spa can't get going, so Applejack learns that they just added a warm towel service and follows the steam room pipes all the way down to the laundry room, then follows the towel pony all the way back to the steam room. Yeah, we get it. The towels are taking all the steam. Any 6-year-old could have followed that explanation without a 3-minute sequence walking us through every step. And let's be clear, I'm not against an episode taking its time. I'm against it taking its time on nothing worth being invested in. If they'd set aside 3 minutes to really showcase Applejack's problem-solving skills, or spin some really off-the-wall comedy while they were at it, or, go through a conflict that actually gets us invested, I could easily approve. Is this really all you bothered to come up with, in a show that's able to get so much mileage out of its setting and characters? Honestly, most of it comes across like the writers just really aren't that invested in the show they're writing for in all of its dimensions. Take the bits where they catch Rainbow Dash in the act of doing something girly, like getting spa treatment. Never mind that that's maybe a contradiction to the last time we saw the possibility come up. That's just such a typical basic gag, and it's really not the kind of thing that this character has been about. It feels like they just want to do their job hammering a by-the-book kitty tropes list together and collect their check. In fact, it feels exactly like the last 2 episodes from Neil which were What About Discord and Princess Spike. Even when it tries to serve up a moral that's at least worth remembering about getting caught up in a routine that only looks okay to you because you've lost the outside perspective, it feels like a really dumb, pale imitation, just like What About Discord and his clunky impression of what inside jokes look like. Could he really not think of a better example, or did he just not want to bother and figure that was good enough? The fans have singled out quote-unquote bad writers before, like Meriwether Williams, but I usually found it unfair and overblown. But this guy just never really seems like he's trying. Heck, he sounds more passionate and go for broke on his Twitter account than his episodes. That's the Neil DeSeto I want to see write an episode. Even if you hate every last political thing he says on there, you have to admit that it's still more interesting than this. So imagine my surprise when I saw that he's credited, but only for helping to think up the story and not for actually writing it out. I mean, seriously? His fingerprints are all over this thing. Does the story credit mean more than I thought? Or are the 2 new Fox writers who got the credit just all about channeling the brainchild of somebody else? Because they were really good when they did the exact same setup with Josh Haber in Gift of Maud Pie, and Haber's episodes are all at least more enthusiastic than Neil DeSeto's. Now, if I wanted to think of something good to say about it, I could. The moral when we hear it just spoken out is definitely a very useful one, and probably even one that I should personally keep in mind. And there are sweet points in the bits with Rainbow Dash, like how AJ and Rarity let her off the hook with only a little teasing, and even throw her a line to be able to join them at the end without feeling too embarrassed. But is there anything worth giving it a pass for? Honestly, I don't think so. So this is gonna have to be my first thumbs down of the season. Sorry.
Me too.
If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. If not, give me your outside perspective if you dare. And if you'd like to watch another video in this series, click the link on the right. Otherwise, just check the description for more links, and I'll see you next time.